I Sing is brought to you by AMF.
AMF makes the good. Winter green for president. Winter green for president. He's the man the people choose. Love the Irish and the Jews. La, 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 la. Winter green for president. Winter green for president. La, 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 la. Vote for winter green for president. La, 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 la. Winter green for president. He's a man no one controls. Loves the Germans and the Poles. La, la, Winter green for president. Winter green for president. Winter green for president. Oh, boy. Does that sound like an enthusiastic, spontaneous demonstration?
It should be. It costs us $2 a head.
I brought you some towels.
Over there.
Yeah, campaign headquarters. Hold on a second. Oh, sweetheart, can I help you in any way?
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, what? Who? What's his name? Throttle what? No, he must have the wrong room. This is a national committee.
I'll come back later and turn the bed down.
I look forward to it.
Oh, shame on you, Lippman.
Oh, just taking an interest in labor.
Rough convention.
Yeah, but we got our ticket nominated. That's the big thing.
I don't mind telling you, Lippman, I am worried about this election.
What are you worried about? We got a great ticket, haven't we? For President John P. Wintergreen.
Yeah, a third-rate small-town politician that nobody's ever heard of.
Right. How could you go wrong with a guy like that? And for vice president... See, what the hell's the name of the guy we nominated for vice president?
I forget.
You're a hell of a national committee man. Don't even know the vice president we nominated.
Well, I told you everything.
Hello, Louis.
Fulton?
Frank? Hey, Fulton, help us out. What's the name of the guy we nominated for vice president?
Let me think. I made the nominating speech. I remember throwing a lot of names in a hat, and this guy lost. What was his name again?
Oh, well, it doesn't make any difference. What brings you up here, Matty?
To discuss Wintergreen, I'll bet.
Something really important.
How about a drink?
That's it. I'm dry as a bone.
You know, you've been drinking an awful lot lately.
Look, I only drink to forget.
Forget what?
Prohibition.
Oh, well, here we go, boys. Right off the boat. Got it from my brother-in-law.
What is he, a rum runner?
Of course not. That's against the law. You know that. He's a commander in the Coast Guard. I'll get it. National Committee. Who? Would you give me that name just once more, please? Throttle Bottle? Fellas, there's a guy downstairs named Throttle Bottle. Says he has an appointment with somebody up here.
Never heard of him.
Me either. Tell me he's got the wrong room.
You've got the wrong room.
Now listen, fellas. I've been talking to all my editors around the country. And this election is not going to be the cinch we thought it was.
Well, what'd you find out?
In a nutshell, the American people do not trust our party.
Why don't they trust our party?
Here comes one good reason now.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Senator Lyons. I suppose you're wondering why I sent for you.
Yeah, it was something about a drink, wasn't it?
Senator, you're the kind of a man that keeps his ear close to the ground. Now, what do they think about our ticket down south?
My good friends, John P. Wintergreen is the finest man our party ever nominated, and it's our job to ram him down the people's throats. We must campaign with great enthusiasm across the swamps, up the mountains, through the bayous, and down the hatch.
You've got a fighting heart, sir.
And an enlarged liver.
Mighty faithful.
It's probably Wintergreen. Come in.
Hi.
Hi. What can we do for you?
Good evening, Mr. Fulton.
Do I know you?
I'm Throttlebottom, Alexander Throttlebottom.
So?
I'm the candidate for vice president, Alexander.
Of course! I nominated you, right, fellas? Say hello to Mr. Alexander.
Alexander's my first name.
Right. Now, what can we do for you?
I don't want to be vice president.
What?
You can't resign.
That's treason, sir.
Why don't you want to be vice president? It's a good job.
It's on account of my mother. Suppose she found out.
She'll never hear about it.
Maybe she will. Somebody may tell her.
Nobody will tell her because nobody will know.
You'll forget it yourself in 3 months.
Besides, suppose something happens to Wintergreen. Then you become president.
Me? President?
Right.
Never liked a man who couldn't hold his liquor.
Good evening, gentlemen. Mr. Wintergreen will be here in a moment.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Mary Turner, his secretary.
Just one more, Mr. Wintergreen.
Smile, please. All right, here it is, boys. The $1 million smile that started the landslide.
Could you give us a statement?
Oh,
Yes, what's your political philosophy? And what about foreign policy?
boys, listen. You're entitled to be fully informed. But it's been a hectic night. I'll give you a statement later on, huh? I say this from the bottom of my heart, boys. No man has greater respect than I for the gentlemen of the press. Animals.
Mr. Wintergreen, will you be needing me any more tonight?
No, Mary, but, I'm going to be making a lot of public speeches. So you're going to have to get me copies of the Declaration of Independence, the Gettysburg Address, and the preamble to the Constitution. You know, for ad libs. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night.
Thank you. Mr. Fulton.
Wintergreen?
Well, Wintergreen,
See you.
now that we've nominated you, suppose we find out a little bit about you.
Certainly, certainly. Why not? After all, we're all in this thing together. Who's this?
I'm your vice president, Alexander Throttlebottom.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You don't mind, do you?
No, not at all, Bottle Throttle. I'm glad to have you aboard. Keep him out of sight.
Mr. Vice President, why don't you fix yourself a drink?
Well, where is the glass?
Use the one in the bathroom.
Take the toothbrush out first.
Thank you.
Sit down, Wintergreen. Let's get down to it.
Anytime you're ready, Mr. Fulton. Do you mind if I call you Matty?
Let's not rush things. Tell us a little about your background, Wintergreen.
What have you been doing lately?
Well, for the past 8 years, I've been mayor of one of the prettiest little cities in the U.S. of A.
What about your administrative record?
Oh, I can sincerely tell you that my 2 terms in office were remarkably free of graft and corruption. Not a stain of scandal in my city.
What city was that?
I'd rather not say.
Now, look, Wintergreen, all you have to do is play ball and everything will be hunky-dory.
Now, let's get one thing straight. I'm my own man. If you nominated me expecting political favors, you've got another thing coming. John P. Wintergreen makes no deals.
We're the National Committee. You'll do as we say.
It is a deal.
All right, boys, let's get down to facts. Now, what do we actually have here?
Well, he makes a nice appearance. He's got big blue eyes. And he's got a nice smile.
And he speaks well, if he learns how to keep his mouth shut.
What about your family life? Tell us a little about your wife.
I'm not a married man.
What? Uh-oh, that's bad.
What's the matter with being a bachelor?
Are you kidding? The women have the vote today.
Not in my city.
You know why? This is going to be an uphill campaign.
We're going to have some kind of a gimmick to put this guy across.
That's right. Something the whole country's interested in, but don't give a damn about.
You mean something meaningless the party can stand on?
Exactly.
Without that, we're in deep trouble. And I'm not just whistling Dixie.
Dixie. I'll drink to that.
Now, boys, this is serious. We've got to come up with something that'll grab the public's imagination.
I turn the bed down now?
Not now, later, miss. Wait a minute. Come in. You an American citizen?
Yes, sir.
You vote?
Yes, sir.
What do you care about more than anything else in the world?
I don't know. Money, I guess.
Yeah, of course, money. We all want money. There must be something else, isn't there?
Well, maybe love.
Love?
Yeah, you know, where you meet a nice young fellow and you get engaged and then you get married and then, well, you know, love.
Yeah. Hey, thank you very much, miss.
Oh, you want me to come back in an hour?
Yeah, why don't you do that? Hey, she's got a point.
Well, forget about her point. We were talking about me.
She's absolutely right. Next to money, people do care more about love than anything else in the world. And if we can find a way to make it work for us, we'll get every vote in the country. And not Hey, wait a minute. I got it. Hold it. Wintergreen, you're going to fall in love. And there isn't too much time.
I'll say. I've only got my room till noon tomorrow.
Now, here's what we do. We'll run a nationwide contest to select a Miss White House. We'll pick the most beautiful girl in every state, get them all together in Atlantic City, and pick the winner as your bride.
Come on. You expect me to marry a virtual stranger?
Who says she has to be virtual?
It's a great gimmick, don't you understand? It'll capture the hearts of the American public. You'll be swept into the White House on a tidal wave of romance.
Oh, I don't know. Getting married. Are you sure about this?
Trust me.
I need a drink.
Scotch or rye?
Both.
Hey, get those reporters in here. Yes, sir. I think we've got it, Wintergreen. You're going to fall in love with the typical American beauty. You're going to make love to her from now till Election Day as no girl has ever been made love to before.
Have a heart, will you? I'm over 40.
Come in. Here's your story. John P. Wintergreen is running for President of the United States on a one-word platform. L-O-V-E. Love.
Where's that drink?
Right here.
Oh, hold it.
The lady, you're okay, and strike up a symbol, drum and fight. One of us is the president's future wife. We're in Atlantic City to meet with the committee, and when they made their mind up, the winner will be signed up. The prize is consequential, presidential. My body will bear witness to my fitness. If a girl is sexy, she may be disrespectful. One of us is the president's future wife.
More important than a photo of the cabinet or a newborn chimpanzee. What'll raise the circulation of our paper through the nation is the dimple on your knee. What our readers love to see is the dimple on your knee.
More important than a photo of the president is the dimple on my knee. But supposing I am losing when the judges are a-choosing, what will my poor future be? Do I have to go back to the cafeteria with my lovely dimpled knee? Does a girl who's so ambitious have to work a washing dishes? I'm afraid that worries me. And me!
Don't worry, little girl, or even if you lose a prize. Don't worry, little girl, myself, I can't resist your eyes. Don't worry, little girl, don't worry. Because you're in the money with a smile that's sweet and sunny, I could fall for you, myself. Because your looks are so appealing, they have given me a feeling I could fall for you, myself. The thrills you're sending through me are doing something to me, the opposite of gloomy. want you. I want you. Because your ways are simple and your need can show a dimple. I could fall for you. Fight a brawl for you. Give my all for you. I could fall for you, my
That's the way to go. All right, boys. Come on in. Set up your equipment down here. I think he has some good shots.
Well, what a crowd. How are you, girls? This is a wonderful day, isn't it? Clay, I never saw. There must be 10,000 people outside this hotel. I haven't seen such excitement in my life. Jenkins, make sure you get some beautiful pictures of these lovely ladies.
Right, Chief.
Mary, where's Wintergreen?
Oh, he'll be up in a minute, Mr. Fulton. He's addressing the Women's Temperance League on the evils of alcohol.
That should be quite a chore.
Especially with a hangover.
Yes, we're about ready to pick the winner. This beauty contest was a great idea, wasn't it?
No, not really.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Senator Lyons. Nice to see you, girls. Your attention, please. One of your judges, the Honorable Senator Lyons.
Well, I'll be interviewing you girls later, individually, of course, and beside the winner, I'm going to pick a Miss Congeniality.
I've heard that before.
You lose.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Mr. Fulton.
How are you? Say, who is he?
Vice President.
Oh, hello there.
So these are the girls. Huh? I'm Alexander Throttlebottom. Hello, how are you?
Fine.
I suppose your mother is down here with you?
Oh, yes, sir.
So is mine. We'll have to be very careful.
Mr. Vice President, why don't you go into another room and find something to do?
Like what?
Well, like write a speech.
I don't have any paper.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Here, you can put it on the back of my laundry list.
What'll I do when I'm finished with it?
Throw it away. I know you better keep it. I may want to send out some shirts.
Okay. Thank you.
Morning, Senator Lyons.
Well, out of the way, ladies. How is the fairest flower of the Southland, Miss Diana Devereaux?
Senator Lyons, that's the prettiest thing been said to me since I left Georgia. I've sure been getting mighty homesick. You sure been getting mighty southern.
Oh, here he comes now. How did the speech go?
Oh, what an ordeal. Standing there promising 200 women to maintain prohibition.
How do you make that sound convincing?
I took a couple of drinks first.
John, girls, meet your future husband, John P. Wintergreen. Huh? How do you like him?
Oh, well, they're a healthy-looking bunch, but Fulton, I can't go through with this.
You've got to.
I can't marry one of these girls. I don't know any of them.
Well, I think I can remedy that, sir. Just that this is the flower of the Southland, Miss Diana Devereaux there. Here.
Oh, Mr. President, I'm mighty happy to meet you. I hope we're going to be seeing a lot of each other.
Yes, well, Miss Devereaux, that would be very nice.
Oh, Mr. President, why, that's the prettiest thing been said to me since I left Georgia.
Who said that? Oh, Mary.
Mr. Wintergreen, I had this dream last night while I was tossing and turning in my bed that I won this little old contest.
Yes, well, all I can do is wish you the best of luck, Miss Devereaux.
Well, I'll be holding my breath.
And that'll certainly improve your luck.
Mr. Fulton, isn't it about time for the judging?
I believe you're right. Ladies, your attention, please. Would you please go into the next room and accompany the judges? We're about to pick the winner, and may the best girl win.
Yes, Senator.
Why? Mr. President. Little bit nervous?
Oh, no. Why should I be?
Well, that's what I was wondering. You're the envy of every man in the country. 10 beautiful girls, and you get the winner.
Yeah, now listen, you've been watching. Who do you think it's going to be?
I wouldn't be surprised if it were Diana Devereaux.
Oh, yeah? Why? Why her?
She's a very good-looking girl, don't you think?
Oh, yes.
Don't you all like good-looking girls?
Oh, Mary, that accent's going to drive me nuts. Besides, she hasn't got a brain in her head. The President of the United States has got to have a wife who's an educated, intelligent, a dignified kind of a tomato lady.
Well, anyway, I want to wish you all the luck in the world.
Well, what do you mean? That sounds like a farewell, Mary. You're going to be with me all the way to the White House.
I'm afraid not. I'm submitting my resignation.
Your resignation? You can't do that. Why, you've been with me for 3 years.
4 years.
That's right, ever since the first grand jury investigation. Oh, no, Mary. I need you by my side as always.
Things have changed, John. You'll have a wife soon.
Yeah. Oh, Mary, why didn't you enter that contest?
That's all in the past now. Goodbye, John.
Oh, no, Mary. No, you can't do this to me. I rely on you. Even to pick out my ties. I rely on you to correct my grammar, to correct my spelling.
You train someone else.
Oh, no, it's not that easy, Mary. No, really. You know, it takes months for a girl to learn not to faint at the sight of a subpoena. Why, it takes years for a girl to learn what letters to burn before a trial. Oh, no, Mary, I need you.
You said that already.
Yes, I know, but it's true. I do need you, and I...
Yes?
I love you.
What did you say?
I said I love you, Mary. I really do.
Oh, John, I hoped you'd say that for the longest time. I've been in love with you forever.
Gee, me too. I don't know what I could have been thinking of, Mary. I think we were meant for each other, you and me.
You and I.
Yeah, you and I. Mine, love is mine, whether it's rain or storm or shine.
Mine, you are mine, never another Valentine.
I'm yours.
Tell me that I'm yours.
Show me that smile my heart adores. Mine, more than divine, to know that like yours is
May I have your attention, please? Your attention, everyone. We have a winner. It thrills me to introduce one of America's rare beauties and the future First Lady of our land. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Miss Diana Devereaux.
Oh, I don't believe it. Aren't you happy for me? Oh, thank you. I don't know what to say.
How beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How utterly, utterly so. The charming, the gracious, the beautiful. Diana Devereaux.
Hold it now. I'm not going to marry Miss Devereaux.
What's that you say, sir?
I say I'm going to marry my secretary, Mary Turner.
That is an insult to the South.
He's gotta marry me. I won the crummy contest. You all?
I protest, sir.
Senator Lyons, you can't let them do this to me. I beseech you.
Well, don't you worry. We'll fight this thing through together. You come with me, I'll have a telephone in my suite.
Who are we gonna call first?
Room service.
Now you see what you've done?
What?
We haven't heard the last of him. Girls, back in the bus, everybody.
feeling as they never felt before. What is the thing that makes them sing? Rich man, poor man, thief, doctor, lawyer, chief, feel a feeling that they can't ignore. It plays a part in every heart, and every heart is shouting encore. Love sweeping the country, waves are hugging the shore. All the sexes from Maine to Texas have never known such love before. See them whirling and cooing like the bird is above. Each girl and boy alike sharing joy alike feels that passion will soon be national. Love is sweeping the country. There never was so much love. That loving pair.
It's capital and labor.
Boston's upper zones are changing all their habits.
And I hear the cones are taking up the cabin.
Florida and California get together
In a festival of oranges and weather.
Feeling and cooing like the birdies above. Girl and boy alike, sharing joy alike, feels and passion will soon be national. Love is sweeping the country. That's when the winter brings peace and man. Love the king and just love the plan. There never was so much love.
Fellow Americans, next month yours is a great privilege. You will cast your ballots for the greatest cause and the greatest emotion known to the heart of mankind, love!
Attention, please. Next Wednesday, here at the Garden, Championship Wrestling, Ed Strangler Lewis will defend his title against the popular challenger, Gorilla Jaime Fishman.
And now, my good people, it is your rare and great privilege to hear a few words from one of this party's greatest committeemen, the Honorable Francis X. Gilford.
Americans! We have arrived at a great moment in our history!
Attention, please. Starting here Monday, the 6-day bike races. Reserve your tickets now.
I'll take 4!
4 for Mr. Gilhooly.
Here then we stand, alone in our strength, solitary in our splendor!
Can't come up here, sir. You
What's going on here? Who are you?
Wait, I'm Throttlebottom, the vice president.
It's all right, officer. She's all right. What happened to you?
They wouldn't let me in.
Why didn't you tell them who you were?
I told them. That's when they threw me out.
Friends, we have an unexpected surprise. It is your great privilege to hear a few words from Throttle Bottom, candidate for vice president.
Fellow Americans, 3 pajamas, 4 shirts. Fellow Americans, when in the course of human events...
Attention, please. There will now be an intermission of 15 minutes.
Wait, I'll go back to my laundry. Wait, I have opinions. Thank you.
Friends, no need to tell you who our next speakers will be. They are the most beloved couple in America today. My friends, the issue in this campaign is a simple one. We are not going to talk to you about the farm problem. We are not going to talk to you about the Depression. We are appealing to your hearts, not your intelligence. John P. Wintergreen, candidate for President of the United States, loves Mary Turner. He has proposed to her in 47 states of our great union. And tonight, on this platform, she will give him her answer in the great sovereign empire state of New York. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you John P. Wintergreen and Mary Turner.
I come to you this evening not as John P. Wintergreen, patriot, not as John P. Wintergreen, statesman, but as a simple man in love. And I beg you to bear with me while I ask the girl of my dreams to be my heart's delight. Miss Turner, I have something to say to you.
Yes, Mr. Wintergreen.
I can no longer conceal the feeling I have in my heart for you. Look at me. Mary, look at me. Mary, I love you. I repeat, I love you.
I hardly know what to say.
Say that you love me too, Mary.
I love you too, John.
And if I am elected president, will you marry me?
I will.
Citizens, it is up to you. Can you let this glorious romance end unhappily?
Can you tear asunder 2 loving hearts whom fate hath joined together?
I put my faith and trust in the American people. Go then to the polls next month and show the whole world that America stands first, last, and foremost, and always for love. Are you with me?
presidential race entered its final week, the campaigning became more intense. John P. Wintergreen and his lovely fiancée, Mary, visit some of the colorful neighborhoods in New York City. They sample the food in the Italian section. In a Jewish neighborhood, Mr. Wintergreen discovered the delights of the bagel. The next stop was Chinatown. Meanwhile, vice presidential candidate Throttlebottom was campaigning where he could do the least harm. No candidate misses an opportunity to kiss a baby, and Wintergreen was no exception. Showing an interest in today's fads, Alexander Throttlebottom congratulates this week's champion flagpole sitter. Meanwhile, at Yankee Stadium, Wintergreen was there to throw out the first ball in the World Series. Here are some early results from Chicago's 3rd District, where Wintergreen is a heavy favorite. Out of a total of 6,000 registered voters, Wintergreen total of 9,400. And returns from around the country. Atlantic Wintergreen, 24. Jolson's Mammy, 3,512. Hollywood Wintergreen, 3,417. Laurel, 83. Hardy, 9. Wintergreen lacks only 4 votes to win. Bulletin. The defeated candidate has sent the following telegram. Heartily congratulate you on your victory and charge fraud in Illinois, Nebraska, Montana, and Ohio.
Let's get on with the inauguration and the ceremony wedding, shall we?
Where's the Chief Justice?
Here he comes now.
That's the Chief Justice. I think we better replace him.
We can't. He's appointed for life.
Yeah, but he's abusing the privilege.
We go. Right there, Judge.
Where's the new president and his bride?
The president is here, the bride is there.
Hey, you remind me of my Lord Fillmore. Fillmore was a little taller, I think.
Well, could we get on with the ceremony, Judge?
Certainly, Fillmore. Do you, John P. Wintergreen, solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and to love, honor, and cherish this woman so long as you two shall live?
I do.
Speak up!
I do.
Oh. Do you, Mary Turner, promise to love, honor, and cherish this man so long as you two shall live?
I do.
What?
She do.
Therefore, by virtue of the power that is vested in me as
Chief Justice.
Chief Justice? Oh. I hereby pronounce you President of the United States, man and wife.
minute. What's going on here?
I am serving him with a summons for breach of promise. It's too late. The president is already married.
This is an outrage. You haven't heard the last of it. The South was split from the part.
Come on, Senator, be reasonable.
I will not outfight your damn Yankees all the way. Come with me, Miss Devereaux. It's 18-6-1 or over again.
The Civil War?
No, that's my room number.
Can I have my wedding present back?
Look, why don't you wait in the truck?
Thank you.
Don't worry, John. I'll handle this. Come on, Phyllis.
Oh, John, I've gotten you into so much trouble. I only hope you think I'm worth it.
I'll say I do, Mary. Of thee I say, you have got that certain thing, baby.
Shining star and inspiration.
It's great to be a secretary in the White House, D.C.
You get inside information on Algeria.
You know every move they're making in Liberia. You learn what's what and what is not in the land of the free.
Every corner that you turn, you meet a notable.
With a statement that is eminently quotable. Oh, it's great to be a secretary in the White House, D.C.
morning, Jenkins. Good morning, Miss Benson. What's on the schedule this morning? White House. I know the Coolidges don't live here anymore.
The delegation from the Virgin Islands called again.
Oh, dear, what do they want?
They want to change their name. They say it's not good for business.
Emily, who are we having for lunch today? 57 Boy Scouts from Pittsburgh.
Oh.
And I invited the King and Queen of England.
Oh, I hope they like peanut butter sandwiches.
Good Lord, another one of those tours. Let's get the hell out of here.
Come on now. Everybody sit together. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're going to find this one of the most interesting rooms in your entire tour of the White House. It is in this room that the President signs many of the laws that govern our everyday lives. And it is in this room that... I beg your pardon, sir.
Me?
Yes. Would you mind staying with the group?
Oh, sure.
You see, we're held personally responsible if anything is stolen.
Oh,
Much obliged. Now, are there any questions?
Yes. I was wondering, where does the Vice President live?
I don't know. I've never been asked that question before.
I know where the Vice President lives.
Where?
He lives at 1448 Z Street. It's an 18-room mansion.
Oh, that's very interesting. Does he live there all alone?
Oh, no, it's a boarding house.
What does a vice president do, anyway?
Oh, nothing much. Sometimes he helps with the dishes.
Well, doesn't he preside over the Senate?
What?
Yeah, that's right. That's a vice president's job.
What is it?
To preside over the Senate.
Over the what?
The Senate. It meets at the Capitol.
When?
Now. It's going on now.
How do you get there?
The Capitol?
Yeah.
Streetcar at the door, straight up Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, a streetcar at the door, right up Pennsylvania. What is the name of the place?
The Senate.
The Senate. Thank you.
You're welcome. And now, folks, if you'll just step this way. We are now entering the Presidential Library, which contains everything from the collected works of Thomas Jefferson to Warren Harding's coloring books. Keep moving, please.
Those tours are so distracting.
Oh, well, dear, the public have a right to visit the residence of their chief executive and view the tradition and history of these hallowed halls. Besides, we get 4 bits ahead.
I beg your pardon, Mr. President. The Secretaries of the Treasury and the Navy are here.
Oh, send them right in.
Yes.
Good morning, boys. Ahoy there! Well, how are things over at the Treasury?
I tell you the truth, John, I don't have a head for figures.
Gee, that's too bad. Well, how are things going with you at the Navy?
Well, not too good. I keep getting seasick.
Say, wait a minute. I've got an idea. Why don't you two fellas switch? Good thinking, Chief. That's why the president gets the big money.
Mr. President, the Secretary of State is here.
Oh, send him right in. Send him right in.
John, we're in trouble.
Why? What's up, Fulton?
Those newspaper fellas are outside. They want to ask you about Diana Devereaux. Now, a lot of people are squawking because she got a dirty deal.
What do you mean, a lot of people? A handful of Southerners?
In the beginning, first, yes. Now it's all over the country. I don't know what to do about it.
I'll handle this. I'll handle it. Show those reporters in, Jenkins. Yes, I don't know why you fellas panic at the first sign of trouble. Now, we're going to fight them, aren't we, men?
You bet we are.
Now, gentlemen, here you are. What's on your mind?
We don't want to know about your foreign policy, or the latest party smear, or the budget innovations, or the 17 vacations you have had since you've been here. Here's the one thing that the people of America are beside themselves to know. They would like to know what's doing on the lady who is suing you, Diana Devereaux. Everybody wants to know what about Miss Devereaux. From the highest to the low, what about Miss Devereaux?
Here's some information I will gladly give the nation. I am for the true love. There's the only girl I do love.
I love him and he loves me, and that's how it will always be. So what care we about Miss Devereaux?
and the news nationwide. He stands by his pride.
Out of my way, you flunky! I have petitions here. Petitions from every party leader in the South who can write, demanding that this sweet Chong Ping here be heard. You go ahead, my dear.
I was the most beautiful blossom in all the Southland.
Yes, we've heard all that.
Yeah, but you don't know the misery this poor, fragile child suffered because...
Because I won the competition, but I got no recognition, and because he broke my heart. Because the man who ought to love me tried to make a monkey of me, double-crossing from the start. I might have been first lady, but now my past is shady. Oh, Penny, this poor lady. And there's the man who ought to pay. Because I won the prize for beauty, but he didn't do his duty. He has broken my heart. I'm just a faded blossom that is through a tide. There's nothing left for me but suicide. Nothing can drug and he has broken my poor heart. You all.
We demand satisfaction. Satisfaction or else.
Or else what?
The South will secede again. Now, what do you say to that?
I'll double the guard at Fort Sumter.
Time for another strategy meeting.
Your room again, Senator.
No, yours. My house detective's getting suspicious.
John, you're going to have to do something about this.
So, what can I do?
Have the marriage annulled.
Leave Mary not a chance.
You split the party, you'll ruin the country.
Worse than that, we'll lose our job.
I'll never leave my Mary.
Then you leave us no choice. Our future's at stake. We'll have you impeached. Come on, fellas.
Oh, John, can they really impeach you?
Well, I don't know, Mary, but I guess there's some trouble ahead.
Don't worry, John. I'll be at your side.
Well, that's all that matters to me, Mary.
If we throw him out, then, what's his name becomes president.
Throttle bottle.
Throttle bottle.
Thank you. I wonder where he is.
He's right here. I'm Throttlebottom, the vice president. That's how I knew the name.
Oh, yes. Say, we've been looking all over for you. We want to talk to you.
Me?
Yeah, we've got a surprise for you.
A surprise?
We've been thinking it over, and we've decided to make you president.
What was the matter with the other fellow?
He's going to be impeached. Come on.
You better get in there. You have to preside over the Senate.
President? Say, how will that sound? President Alexander Bottle-Throttle, Hello, Mr. President.
Oh, I'm sorry. No time for autographs.
Don't you remember me? I'm your vice president.
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
Throttlebottom.
Yes, how are you?
It'll soon be President Throttlebottom.
Say, that's right. If they kick me out, you'll be chief executive.
And president, too. Say, I wonder if you would mind doing me a favor. You see, I don't know anything about being president.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, what does the president do? Is it hard work?
Oh, no. Especially the first 4 years, you just try and get yourself reelected.
What do you do the next 4 years?
You sit around wondering why the hell you wanted to be reelected. But there are good times, too. Listen, you get to go to church on Sundays.
Oh, Mr. President, what about making speeches?
Oh, that's one thing you've got to be very careful. You never make a speech unless you want the stock market to go down.
What do you do when you want the stock market to go up?
Why do you think you go to church on Sundays?
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm the vice president. The senator from Minnesota.
Present.
Check. The senator from North Dakota.
Present.
Check. The senator who's from Montana.
Present.
Check. The senator from Louisiana.
Present.
Check. The senator who's from Nebraska.
Present.
Check. The senator who's from Alaska.
Present.
Check. The senators from other states will have to bide their time, for I simply can't be bothered when the names don't rhyme.
Oh, I simply can't be bothered when the names don't rhyme. The senators from other states will have to bide their time, for he simply can't be bothered when the names don't rhyme.
Gentlemen, it is 12 o'clock noon, and the Senate of the United States is hereby declared in session. Clerk, what do we have to take up next?
The first thing before the Senate is unfinished business.
Unfinished business, is that still going on? Aren't we going to impeach the president?
That comes later. Unfinished business.
Mr. Chairman.
The chair recognizes the senator from Nebraska.
Mr. Chairman, gentlemen.
Yes.
Every day the newspapers carry the same dreadful news. The people complaining about unemployment, unfair taxes, incompetent government, and hunger. The time has come for action. What are we going to do about it?
Let's cancel our subscription to the newspaper. All in favor say aye. Now let's impeach the president.
Mr. Chairman, I wish to call the attention of the Senate to a matter that has disturbed me for quite some time.
What is that?
It's about the ending of that new Charlie Chan movie Across the Street. How did the #1 son know the butler did it?
Very, very simple. He was the only one with a blowgun.
But the victim was poisoned.
He was shot.
Gentlemen, after the impeachment, we'll adjourn across the street and see the movie again. Now let's get on with the impeachment before the prices change.
The next business before the Senate is a resolution on the impeachment of the president.
The President of the United States. Who?
The President of the United States.
Oh, the President. Mr. President, won't you sit down while we kick you out?
Senate in which a quorum was present, a motion was made, and when it was proposed.
Whereas
John P. Wintergreen had undertaken to marry the winner of a beauty contest held in Atlantic City.
Whereas
His refusal to marry Diana Devereux will cause serious national and political complications. Therefore, be it resolved that John P. Wintergreen is and hereby is impeached from said office of these United States.
I'll second the resolution.
Let's bring in the first witness. The young, tender, and loving lady who was so shabbily treated.
Who is that?
Clerk, call Miss Diana Devereux.
Miss Diana Devereux.
Gentlemen, thank you for allowing me to address this August body.
I think your body is a little August, too. Plus September, October.
Will you tell the senators your tragic story?
Jilted, I'm a flower that's wilted, blighted, till the wrong is righted, broken, by a man soft-spoken, faded, heaven knows why. And I deceivers, I'm afraid it's sad to me. I trust in me, guilty, oh, what is there left but to die?
The South will be avenged!
Just as in the Frank and Johnny song.
He done
Done me. What is there left but to
Well, Mr. President, what do you have to say for yourself?
Go ahead and impeach me. I'd rather have my Mary than be president.
Shall we put it to a vote? All right, let's have a roll call. The senator from Minnesota.
Guilty!
Check. The senator from North Dakota.
Guilty!
Check. The senator who's from Montana.
Guilty!
Check. The senator from Louisiana.
Stop! Before you go any further, with your permission, I must tell of my husband's delicate condition.
Oh, what is that?
To be a father, he's about to be a father. We're about to have a baby. I must tell it, these things do overbear it. Oh, I'm to be a father. You're about to be a father.
what a surprise. When did you first find out?
Just this morning at my doctor's press conference.
It must have happened the night the Secret Service men failed to show up.
Order, Senators, it's time to vote. This country has never yet impeached an expectant father.
But there is always a first time, sir.
Shall we impeach him? What do you say?
No!
Mary, you've made me a very happy man.
We'll have lots of babies.
And they said this was a do-nothing administration.
Just take it easy, John. Everything will be all right.
Don't worry about a thing.
Sure.
I certainly hope so.
Listen, Mary's got the best care in the world in there with her now.
That's right. She's in there with the Surgeon General and a good Jewish intern.
Is the baby born yet?
Not yet.
Good, then I still have time to finish this leave.
President, the baby will be here any minute now.
Listen, go in and tell my wife I'm ready anytime she is.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my boy. Oh, he's going to have the best of everything. He's going to go to the finest schools, going to hobnob with the highest of society, and maybe someday he'll be president. That's right. And that could be a stepping stone to something really important.
Attention, please. Attention. A child has been born.
Well, don't keep us in any suspense, Judge. Is it a boy or a girl?
The Supreme Court has convened to determine the sex.
Well?
And by a 5-4 decision, it's ruled that it's a boy.
A boy!
It's a girl. It's twins.
The Confederacy is risen. We shall march again, sir.
Oh, come on, Senator. Don't spoil the occasion. I've just been declared the father of twins.
Yes, but I've got to think of my future. If I don't come up with a rip-roaring issue, I shall be voted out of office.
Wait a minute. I can do something for you. I can appoint you to the Supreme Court just as soon as there's a vacancy.
That shouldn't be very long.
What makes you say that?
I'm the youngest member.
That takes care of me, but what about Miss Devereux?
Yeah, what about me? I was supposed to be First Lady.
The job is taken.
Excuse me.
Who's he?
I'm Throttlebottom, and I can solve the whole thing. I've been reading the Constitution.
Why would you do a fool thing like that?
Well, there are some very interesting things in it. Like the section that says when the president cannot fulfill his duties, his obligations are assumed by...
The vice president. That's right. That's right, Bottle Throttle. Assumed by the vice president. Now, here's one obligation you can assume. You're going to get the vice president.
Oh,
Take her, she's yours. You see? A happy ending. Only in America.
but what does the Vice President's wife do?
Don't worry. We'll think of something.
That reminds me, I should be with the mother of my children.
Is sweeping the country, waves are hogging the shore. All the sexes from Maine to Texas have never known such love before. See them billing and cooing like the birdies above. Each girl and boy alike sharing joy alike. Feels a passion consuming national love is sweeping our country. Something glorious happened here today for the citizens of the USA.
Oh, with pride and with joy, here's the baby girl and the baby boy.
Bobby, I see
V.I. Singh has been brought to you by AMF.
AMF makes the good things in life even better.
Charlie Brown would make a great candidate.